little bit about the psychology of money and the relationship between happiness and money. I think it's an interesting topic. And one of the reasons why I think it's an interesting topic is because I can hardly tell someone that my job is studying money and happiness without them weighing in with an opinion about money and happiness. It got so bad, I mean, literally if I sit next to you, hypothetically, on the airplane, you know, people tend to say, oh, what do you do for a living? And if I make the mistake of saying, well, I travel the world and study happiness, and I'm particularly interested in, you know, the relationship between money and happiness, this is what they say. Well, you know the thing about money and happiness. And then I'm stuck there for 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours listening to what they think about money and happiness. Because people seem to think something about money and happiness. It's in part because we all have experience with money, and we all have experience with happiness. So it makes sense that people feel like they have some opinion. I don't always 100% want to hear people's opinions, I'll admit. So recently, when people on the plane say, what do you do for a living? I just turn to them with my eyebrows arched, and I say, I'm a psychologist. And they put on headphones, and they open a book, and I don't have to deal with them for the rest of the flight. Let's talk a little bit about the science of money and happiness. And to do so, I would like to introduce you to Joey Prusak. He made the national news about a month ago. He lives just outside of Minneapolis. I don't know if any of you caught this story. Really a wonderful, kind of heartwarming story. He began working at a Dairy Queen when he was in his early teens, 19 years old now. He worked his way up to manager of this particular location. And just a few months ago, a blind patron came in and was ordering, and this blind person pulled out their credit card, but when they pulled out their credit card, a $20 bill fell out of their wallet and landed on the ground. The woman in line behind this blind patron reached down and picked up the money and put it in her own purse. I know, right? Joey, the manager, saw this and said, ma'am, you should give the person's money back. She said, no, that was mine. I just dropped it. And he said, then I think you should leave. And she left. And then he did one better. He reached into his own wallet and he pulled out a $20 bill. And he said, on the behalf of Dairy Queen, I would just like you to have your money returned to you. Now, for a long time, nothing happened with this. Only behind the woman in line, there was another man in line. And that man wrote a letter to corporate headquarters praising Joey for his action, saying this is really incredible what he did. He took his own $20 out, and it's not like he's making all that much money, and returned it to the woman. What a great, a poster child for the perfect employee he is. And when corporate got a hold of this, they passed the news along to the person who owns the Dairy Queen chain, Warren Buffett. And he phoned Joey at work. I mean, how great would that be, right? Just to pick up the phone like, Warren Buffett. Yeah, I know I would know. I'd be like, yeah, sure, this is Warren Buffett. I'd probably just hang up. But Warren Buffett said, you're exactly the type of metal that we're looking for. We want to fly you out to our shareholders meeting. We want to, kind of showcase you. We're the type of people. You are promotion material because you have character, and we can't teach that. This story, I think, is very interesting in that it brings to the fore the myriad relationships that we have with money. Money can be given, and when it's done as a charitable act, it inspires us and elevates us. Money can be attractive. We sometimes want it, perhaps maybe more than we should. Money is just used as a transaction, as in the case of paying for your food at Dairy Queen. So in this one story, we see a microcosm of three very different faces of the type of relationship we have with money. Freud